love the fact that mid-range phones of past have become the low-end phones of today, and that is not where it ends. These phones keep getting better and better, and the Redmi 9 does something similar. A low-end phone with the traits of a mid-ranger. Welcome to the Redmi 9 review. If you are new here, please subscribe, hit the bell icon and thumbs up if you like this video at some point. Just to avoid the confusion, first of all, the Redmi 9 is a different device and doesn't have anything to do with the Redmi Note 9 series. However, the basic Redmi Note 9 and Redmi 9 have so many similarities and a very minor price gap, and that makes me wonder about the existence of the Redmi 9. This is a phone built completely out of plastic. I have this one in the ocean green color and it looks pretty dope. This phone is further being offered in the carbon grey, sunset purple and blue colors. The phone is big in size. If you have average sized hands, this phone will keep them both busy. It's got an amazing finish. It's definitely a top quality build. Despite being plastic, it doesn't feel that cheap. This phone has this screechy back with a matte finish, and what I like the most about it is that it doesn't pick up any fingerprints or smudges. Volume rocker and the power button on the right side have a tactile feedback. At the top is an IR blaster and a secondary noise cancellation mic. On the left is a SIM card slot that can hold 2 SIM cards and a microSD card at the same time. The bottom of this phone gets your attention. First of all, it has a big speaker grill, and believe me, it is big for a reason, and you will see that in the speaker test in this review. There is a USB Type-C port, a primary mic, and the biggest feature, the headphone jack is there in the year 2020. This frame goes along with the color of the phone, and it's also built out of plastic, and I must say that it looks pretty solid as well. On the front end, the Redmi 9 has a big 6.53 inches IPS LCD display with a Full HD resolution. The screen to body ratio with the help of that dot drop notch becomes 83.5%. Redmi 9's front is protected by Gorilla Glass 3. It is pertinent to note here that the Redmi 8 had Gorilla Glass 5 on the front. While we get a better resolution on the Redmi 9 as compared to 720p resolution of the Redmi 8, Redmi has definitely cut the corners on the glass protection here. Redmi has moved the Redmi branding from the bottom chin, making it quite thin. The side bezels are notable but not that huge. The advertised brightness of this phone is 400 nits, but I personally did not find the brightness very good. In one of my tests, the Redmi Note 9 had the poor most brightness, and the brightness of the Redmi 9 is exactly the same as the Redmi Note 9. Indoor, you will not have problems while viewing the screen from different angles, but the moment you expose the phone to the slightly high light or use it outdoor, you will definitely face visibility problems. Looking at the phone right from the front doesn't cause much of a problem though. Although this phone has wideband L1 support, it doesn't have the HDR support. You can watch YouTube in HD. Watching videos on this big screen is a flawless experience, but this display lacks quality colors. Colors should have been a bit more deep with higher details and better sharpness and saturation. But I guess this is what you get for that price tag. This display is still better than many phones of the same league. Now this is a 60Hz screen. In my use of a couple of weeks, I did not face any touch responsiveness or any other issues with this screen. For security, we have an optical reader at the back which is quite impressive. This phone also has Face ID unlock, and that works just fine. Redmi 9 runs on the Android 10 out of the box, which is themed by MIUI 11. MIUI experience on this phone is nothing different than any other Redmi phones. It's got loads of ads and a lot of preloaded applications which are basically the bloatware. This phone comes with an inbuilt app drawer too, so enable it just in case you can't live without that, which is actually the case with me. My Redmi 9 unit is a 4GB RAM variant along with 64GB of internal storage. This phone is also being offered in 3GB and 32GB and 6GB plus 128GB storage. On the performance end, we get the MediaTek Helio G80 12nm chipset, which is coupled with Mali G52 MC2 GPU. According to MediaTek, this is a CPU built for gamers, so I decided to do the right thing with it. First of all, I ran the Antutu benchmark and got a score of 198K. This is quite surprising because this is even more than the score of Galaxy A51's Exynos 9611. MediaTek Helio G series is always good when it comes to clocking numbers in the benchmarking applications. We have seen that with the Redmi Note 8 Pro last year as well. I played PUBG Mobile on this handset. PUBG can be played with smooth ultra settings at best. You can also play it in HD high settings. HDR is not supported. The game did not lag, but it wasn't as smooth in high graphic settings, but it was okay in the smooth high settings. The phone does not heat up and the display does not feel bad while playing the game. In my experience of about an hour of gaming, I thoroughly enjoyed playing the PUBG Mobile on this phone. Given the big screen of this handset and a long lasting battery life, playing games on it for a longer duration of time will be fun. Xiaomi has enabled a virtual gyroscope sensor on this phone, so the gamers can enjoy that too. It also has a proximity sensor, as you can see in this list. I am not sure about its functionality, but it is listed here, so something must be there. As I mentioned, this phone has a big speaker at the bottom and hence has a very loud sound output. This is the loudest sound output that I have got from any phone of this kind so far. Go ahead and check it yourself. In the camera department, this phone has got 5 sensors. 4 of them are at the back and 1 is on the front. The camera specifications are on your screen. Camera app comes with very basic features including the portrait mode and the pro mode, which allows switching between lenses. Camera result is just average. This phone doesn't produce any extraordinary colors and has very poor highlights and very poor dynamic range as well. The portrait mode for the rear camera is quite pathetic, but it works well for the front camera. Selfies are considerably better. I have done a detailed camera review of this phone and I will link it here as well. Take a look at that to know each and everything about this phone's camera. One of the best things about this phone is its 5020 mAh battery. Users often look for a phone in this segment as their secondary device, which can last for a day or two, and the Redmi 9's battery is good enough to suffice. In an ideal scenario, this battery would take about 11 hours of screen on time to go dead, and in the real world usage, I believe it will easily give you 8 to 9 hours. On standby, it can easily go on for several days. Although this phone supports 18 watt fast charging, in the box we get just a 10 watt charging brick, so it's going to take about 2 to 3 hours to charge this phone from 0 to 100%. And this now brings us to the conclusion. In my opinion, this is one of the very few devices doing complete justice with its price tag. It is a huge upgrade over its predecessor, the Redmi 8, and if we compare it to the phones like Samsung's Galaxy A11 or A21s, this is definitely more value for money as compared to those phones. I think Redmi could do a bit better with the screen of this phone, but at the end of the day we have to keep in view the price tag as well. I believe no phone under a price tag of $120 offers a brighter or a better display. If brand doesn't matter, I would recommend this phone over any other choice. And if you can go about $30 extra, there is no point in picking up the Redmi 9. Pick up the Redmi Note 9 instead, as that phone gives you a better camera and a better charging brick inside the box as well. Redmi 9 would be a good pick whether you want to use it as your primary or secondary device. That's all from my end. Drop your feedback below. If you liked this video, hit thumbs up, and if you loved it, subscribe to my channel. With that said, I will sign off and see you in the next video.